I do own a lot of RS airplanes, and I've flown, I mean, just so many these last years. But I also try to have a goal to figure out which RS airplanes are actually the ones that I like the most. So I did like this spreadsheet, and I put in like a lot of data from everything from, I think, how it flies, how it handles, how it's built, what kind of features you have, how it looks. So on this list then that I've set up, this E-Flite Maule M7 is on second place. And I mean, it's just a great looking RS airplane. If you look at this one, I think it's, I mean, of all my RS airplanes, this is actually this one, and I think the OMP Bighorn are the most beautiful RS airplanes when it comes to how they look, according to me at least. So I think it's a great detailed one with the pilot inside, and it's also a really great flying RS airplane. It's so able and speedy. You can fly this on 3S and 4S. I prefer 4S because I like to just to push this one. And I think also the landing gears are super great. Really simple, but with a really solid landing gear construction. So landings are usually just super smooth. They do flex. And it is quite a large RS airplane at 1.5 meter and quite a heft to it. But it's also very featured. You have like wing lights and navigation lights. You have flaps. And this one also, you get floats included. So it's a really good package. And it goes together fairly simple. The only thing I really don't like is actually you have to hook up all these cables for the aileron, the flap, and the lights. And if you just compare how it's done on this one and how it's done on the FMS Super Cub 1.7, the Super Cub then it just have like a D-sub connector inside for everything. So you just shove the wing in and screw it in place. So I think the Super Cub is much better in that regard when it comes to assemble. But as far as flying and ability and how it looks, it's just a fantastic one. So let's head outside and fly this Maule M7. This is a great flying RS airplane. Do have a nice sky to actually have this one really visible. It's super steady, inverted. And this flight is on a 4S 2200 milliamp battery, so you can expect something like 5 minutes. And you got a lot of power on 4S as well. And although this is a really nicely scale looking RS airplane, it's so fun to just toss this one up in the air. So I really cannot resist. And there's no wind. It's really nice conditions. And I'm trying to do inverted flying on all my flights just to practice. Not doing anything advanced, just straight like figure 8. And like a smooth exit also.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
And just as like the E-Flite Corsair 1.2, I think this one looks really majestic when it flies.
Takeoff flaps. Landing flaps.
And with flaps, fully flaps engaged, there's no ballooning. It's usually really easy to get this one down. A really slight bounce right on the mains. But I've yet to make a bad landing on this RS airplane. It just feels like the landing gears are super great at absorbing when they touch it down. When you really push the throttle, you can see that it's super powerful. It does sound mean also. So instead then of ESC alarm from an Avian ESC inside, I do actually have the voice set up because I'm tired of having the beep warnings. So I just try to, as of now at least, I prefer to have the lady talking to me instead. And what I've discovered that the ESC is actually being tricked. When you do a maneuver and you just kill the throttle, the plane thinks that you're actually about to take off. So there is this smart setting inside where you have like voltage set to if it's going to warn you if it's below 4.1 volt. And that happens when you just kill the throttle totally, and then you get an ESC warning, although it's no problem just to keep on flying. So that's something I wish that actually Spektrum would address in some firmware update.
Time remaining 1 minute.
1 minute left on the timer.
ESC 13.6 volts, 81 Celsius. ESC 13.6 volts, 34 amps, 81 Celsius. Landing.
Might be difficult to see the LD lights, but they are really make a good appearance when you're actually seeing them in real life. It's time to get this one down. Usually really easy. And the landing gears absorb the little imperfection you do when you land. And just, I think it's a fantastic looking RS airplane and great fun to fly it as well. This Maule M7, just fantastic flying RS airplane. You can fly this on 3S and 4S and it just flies equally great. I prefer 4S as you have more agility and more speed and you can just push it more in maneuvers. And I think the great thing that is with this Maule M7 and that you can actually just fly it scale if that's your thing, and it would look fantastic with these LED lights and the design of this one. And at the same time you can actually just do a lot of aerobatics, and I've seen others doing 3D stuff, prop hanging, which is things I never do. So I mean, it's just surely it's an able, it's like you don't expect this one to be as able as it is when you fly this on 4S. So I mean, no question, this is number 2 then on my list of all my RS airplanes in how good they are and what features are included. So this is one I will surely just keep coming back to, this Maule M7 from E-Flite.